Welcome to Real Estate Coaching Radio, starring award-winning real estate coaches and #1 international best-selling authors, Tim and Julie Harris. Real Estate Coaching Radio is the nation's #1 daily radio show for realtors who demand authentic, real-time coaching. Get ready for fluff-free, unfiltered, full-strength honesty about what's truly working to get you into action, helping others, and making money now in today's real estate market. Now to our hosts, Tim and Julie Harris.
Welcome back. We have a cool show for you guys today. It's going to be about how to make money working with new home builders. It's something that is often overlooked by, frankly, new agents and veterans alike. So we're going to really drill down on exactly what you guys can be doing, not just to show your buyers to new home builders, but also potentially to get some listings from them. New home construction is oftentimes in a tight market, which many of you are still experiencing. New home construction is oftentimes the saving grace to getting houses in contract, getting buyers in contract, helping your seller who can't find something that they might otherwise move to, thus not listing their house. Well, introduce them to new construction. So we're going to be walking you through step-by-step on today's podcast exactly what you can be doing to make money with new home builders. And a lot of these things, well, I would assume at least half of these things are going to be things that maybe if you're a grizzled veteran like Julie and I, you've forgotten to do, or maybe you've never learned how to do in the first place. And new agents, this is going to just be nothing but wall-to-wall new information for you. So Julie, before we get to that, I want to remind everyone that the HarrisVIPMastermind.com, go to Harris VIP Mastermind. We're doing a live event last Saturday in July. I know it's a ways off. And a lot of you guys like to procrastinate. We were limiting the number of tickets we are going to sell to non-coaching clients, and we're going to be opening the door to non-coaching clients probably at the end of this week for ticket sales. This is my subtle warning to all of you guys in Premier, Premier Plus, Premier VIP, and Elite Coaching, that if you've not bought your ticket yet, we are only selling 50 tickets. This is a mastermind. This isn't just some big seminar. This is an actual honest-to-God mastermind. Many of you have asked for these before. If you've never really been to a real mastermind before, which probably you haven't, it's going to blow you away, because this is not something where basically there's somebody up on stage or several somebody's up on stage just sort of pontificating about, miscellaneous points about mindset and things of that nature. This is an actual honest to God mastermind where you're going to be working with some of the best agents in the country, sharing your best ideas, sharing their best ideas. And then we have booked Ryan Halliday, a 6 times New York Times best-selling author, who's going to be our speaker in the afternoon for an hour or so. Fantastic. We recommend his book, Ego is the Enemy. If you haven't gotten that book, that's one of his books that we really love, and we always suggest to all of our clients, Ego is the Enemy. But in the meantime, go to Harris VIP Mastermind and secure your seat. So, Julie, before we get to point number 1, I believe you have some folks you'd like to recognize.
Well, I have a great little video from Hernan Sayas, who is one of our Premier Coaching members on the private Facebook page. And this is actually his daughter, who appears to be maybe about, I'm not great at this, but let's say 7 or 8 years old, doing an open house walkthrough. And he says, I think this walkthrough is better than what I normally do. What can I say? It's a proud daddy moment. So nice job on that, bringing them up young into real estate, of course, and she did a beautiful job there. We've got several people looking for role play partners and accountability partners and things like that, and a couple of referrals. And I'm always happy to see Zoraya de la Batista from Eden Gardens, California, posting her accountability, how many people she is speaking to in different areas of her business, different spokes. She's tracking how many listings, how many door knocks, how many offers she's writing, and posting that for some added accountability. So you guys are doing a great job over there. I always encourage our Premier Coaching clients to check for those referrals and not let them sit there too long. And then let's see. Got a quick shout out to, actually they didn't say their name on the Amazon page, but if you guys do not have the Harris Rules book yet, you can download it to your device. You can get the hard copy, or you can listen to it in Audible. Harris Rules, and again, that's on Amazon. Here's a quick review. I've read so many books on motivation, business planning, real estate scripts, how to grow a real estate business. There was not a single book out there that covers every aspect of this business and was straightforward, to the point, and blatantly honest. I signed up with Tim and Julie Harris Coaching a couple of months ago. This coaching has been fantastic. Their book is a must-read. There's no way to fail if you follow this book. I recommend highlighting and bookmarking and keeping going back over the areas you're struggling with. Harris Rules rules. So thank you for that wonderful review. We very much appreciate that. So back to you, Tim, and I'm ready to talk new construction when you are.
Hey, so when are we going to talk about the app, right? I mean, what's the URL for the app? That's out of beta, right? We can start sharing that with a broad audience.
I
Yes,
think
no, maybe
so.
so. What's the
Let's
URL
talk
for
about
that?
it starting tomorrow. I need to look that up
Okay.
to not screw it up. So we'll do that.
Okay. Yeah. So we got what is? Oh, hold on. I gotta kill something. So that is a app that we created for all of you guys, and it's free, and it's going to allow you to actually track your daily activities. And the daily activities are going to include, just all the things you should be doing, frankly, to be of service to others, help people make money. And the cool thing is it allows you. It's a game. So basically, every single day you'll be assigned a score. Each activity has a different level of. Julie, actually, if we have to do construction tomorrow, that's fine. But on Wednesday, let's do the show on the app, okay? So anyway, the gist of it, guys, is it's basically, those of you who are in Premier Coaching, it's the daily success game we've made into an app. That's the bottom line. And the cool thing is we've allowed you guys to compare your daily scores with everybody else, and it keeps a running total of who has the most points total. So again, you can then see somebody in, California or New York or, Iowa that's, doing what they're supposed to be doing when they're supposed to be doing at the highest level. And then maybe that'll keep you motivated as well. So we worked on this quite a bit, took, 6-7 months, and it's done. We're going to be releasing that. Hopefully there's no bugs in it, but there probably are. And all of you guys in Premier Coaching that we have another app that's specifically for you. Which we're almost out of beta, and this is going to be a complete drill down, basically like a dashboard. Those of you guys are into tracking, it's essentially the most detailed KPI, key performance indicator dashboard that we could come up with, that's going to be able to track all aspects of your business, from your contacts to your cash flow, number of listings, and it helps you do some predictive analysis on what you should be doing. Now, most of you, to be honest with you, aren't going to be really interested in that. I get it. You guys will want to use the Daily Success Game app, but for those of you who are scaling your businesses or who are already there, you want to make sure you're using that as well. And we'll be, I think, talking about that one probably in next week or so. We've just shared that with some of our higher end users to get their feedback, and hopefully that will be fault-free or fault-free-ish. As I forget who, the gal who runs Facebook, Sheryl Sandberg, she says, perfect is the enemy of done, and I'm a big advocate of that. So we're going to probably end up releasing both of these without them being perfect, so you guys can start using them. The Daily Success Game, I know, is going to be a huge success because it's fun and it's easy and it takes 2 seconds and it works on your phone. All right, so let's talk about new construction. Now, new construction is one of those things that kind of eludes most agents, because agents don't realize what a true cash cow new construction is. So Julie, what is new construction? Walk them through all the different facets of what new construction is, in addition to just the big home builders that they might think of. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to talk not only what is it, but where is it, why do you care, and how can you make some money at this? And then, of course, actionable, practical steps to get going on it. So what is it? And you mentioned the traditional thing that everybody thinks of when you drive by a new subdivision. Certainly that's number one, traditional new construction, single-family home neighborhoods. And they are everywhere these days, by the way. If you don't think you have it, it's because you don't get out enough. That's basically it. Unless you live in, maybe rural farmland or something, you might have an excuse there. But probably 90% of our listeners, you're surrounded by this. Point number two, new townhomes, doubles, zero lot line homes. Sometimes these are called patio homes or garden homes, and these come in a variety of different flavors. Sometimes they are attached and sometimes they're not. Usually they are, because part number three is condos, low, medium, and high-rise condos. Again, different flavors of that, different formats that they can be built in. Point number four, in what is it? What is new construction? Urban and suburban, what we call infill or tear downs or rehab. So suburban infill would be something like one of our tenants just bought one of these. It's surrounded by an entire neighborhood completely built out in the 1940s, but there was a vacant lot, there was a house that burned down or a tear down, and that now is a new construction home in a sea of older homes. So that's infill. But it also can be building tear downs, rehabs, conversions, things of that nature. And then last but not least, land acquisition, lot sales, and development. So that's a lot of different types of new construction. We're going to talk about what to do about each of them and how to monetize that. So why do you care? And Tim, you started to touch on some of this. Point number one, for many of you guys, I would say probably all of you, because you all have buyers, it's a great source to find inventory for your buyers that is not in the MLS. You know, Tim, when we talk about a low inventory, I always post this to agents. Look, if you got your license today and I was your broker and I said, here are 13 or 14 different ways of finding homes for your buyers instead of go look in the MLS, you would think it was normal to look in different places like new construction. You wouldn't think it was like this big chore. You just think it was normal. So that's kind of a mindset reset. So note to self, many sales, buyers get frustrated thinking about the cost, with resale, buyers get frustrated thinking about the cost of repairs on an older home. Sometimes that causes them not to buy it. So this is a solution that overcomes that objection as well. Am I going too fast on this stuff, Tim?
No, but Julie, you bring up.
I think it's fun.
But you bring up a really good point. I mean, if you guys are living in an area that has a lot of resale homes that are, essentially, most houses need major construction, furnaces, everything needs to be replaced, usually about every 10 to 15 years. And if you're selling in an area right now, listen to what your coach or who maybe your future coach is telling you right now. If you're selling in an area where you are, you've been embedded into this community for a long period of time, and the houses are kind of getting to that 12 to 15 years old, time frame, age, and nearby as a new construction or several new construction areas, maybe the same school system, things like that. Listen to what I'm telling you. You're going to have a hard time getting rid of those resale houses. I know you love your community. I know you love the landscaping and the schools and the sidewalks and the community and all that. But here's what's going to happen. Buyers are going to look at these resale houses and they're going to see that they're going to walk into the older houses. It's amazing to think 10 or 12 years old is old, but man, 10 or 12 years, guys, you're facing down at least one furnace, hot water tanks, the appliances in the kitchen. You're facing down probably, maybe even if it's an asphalt shingle roof. Those things don't last, but maybe 15 years. Things that you guys think are going to last 20 or 30 years, they don't last 20 or 30 years anymore. I mean, when Julie and I first started selling real estate, I just had this vision of these big furnaces that were in the basements of houses that, they're I don't know. So many of you guys have never even seen these crazy ass
gravity furnaces, I think they were called.
Gravity, that's what it was. Yeah. I mean, but those things, here's the funny thing, guys. These things were like, I don't even know. If you've never seen a gravity furnace, you should put that on your bucket list just because it's so ridiculous that people actually put those in their houses. But here's the thing, they lasted forever. I mean, you could have a gravity furnace that was decades old, and when they broke, you could fix them because you could replace the parts. But nowadays, the furnaces and the air conditioning units, they're not really designed to last maybe 10 or 12 years. And some of you guys, we had to replace furnaces on some of our rentals recently. I can tell you that you're going to face down, should I get a more efficient or, less efficient? More efficient, so much more money and must last longer. Nope. More efficient doesn't last any longer than the less efficient. It just basically means that hypothetically, it's going to be less energy cost, but it will not last longer. It'll last the same amount of time. You're just going to pay. All right. So, Julie, I think we're going to have to actually wrap up early today based on what the podcast is telling me here. Okay. So you have time for one more point.
All right. You got it. So again, why do you care? Point number 2, new construction is a major part of most markets. Not knowing new construction is a handicap to your career, and I would say to your commissions. If you are not showing it because you don't know about it, you're not making the money that you could, especially with regards to getting your buyers in contract and getting your sellers who have something to sell and aren't moving because they don't know where they're going to move. So don't ignore it. Back to you, Tim, and we can wrap when you're ready.
Yeah. So, guys, we're going to have to wrap a little bit early today. No problem. There's an issue with the podcast. So we will pick up where we left off today, tomorrow. All of the notes will be on timandjulieharris.com. So just log in and grab those notes. We'll do a longer show tomorrow so you guys can catch up on all these points. If you need us for anything, it's tim@timandjulieharris.com or julie@timandjulieharris.com. Thanks. Have a fantastic day.
This program has been a presentation by Tim and Julie Harris, Real Estate Coaching. For more information on our real estate coaching and training programs, visit our website at timandjulieharris.com.